Hello, my name is George Lei. I am from Hong Kong. I'm now studying at the University of British Columbia. I'm a fourth-year student majoring in science in computer science and minoring in applied music technology. And this is my Music 420 capstone. So my capstone project is called the MIDILodica, also known as the MIDILodica. So how this came about was, I actually bought the Melodica itself during high school, and I thought to myself, I wonder if I can convert this into a MIDI device. So I did. The reason why I did this was that I think that this is a lot more portable and it's a lot more utilitarian. That would be a word that I would describe it, because I can still play it, but then I also have the functions of a MIDI device. And it is obvious that I can't just use this as a MIDI device by itself. So the following video would show you how I hook this up to the Arduino. Take it away, George. So this is my Melodica that I have right now. And it is actually sending signals to the Arduino and the multiplexer. And through that, the Arduino is connected to the MIDI interface that I have. And through the MIDI interface, I'm connected to the my audio interface over here. And from my audio interface, I'm connected to my computer by USB. And this is what it sounds like when I play a note. So let me take you through how this works. So first, we have the body of the Melodica. We have the 5-volt over here, and the ground over here, in the back, and the 5-volt and ground is connected through each key. And each key is a voltage divider. So if you go over here, I have a 1,000 ohm resistor over here, and then I have the sensor, the analog value output over here. So, and here is actually a plate that contacts with the velostat on here, so that it creates a variable resistance and it detects the voltage. So one of the particular problems that I had when I was doing this project was how to put the velostat and where to put the velostat. But after discussing it with Bob, we think that putting it inside the key would be best, and it looks really secluded and it looks a lot neater. So another problem that I faced was some of the analog inputs might have ghost values, which means like even when the keys are unpressed, they might show a value of 20, 30, like a really low value, because the highest value on an Arduino would be 1023. So one way to solve that is that I thresholded the values so that the MIDI key only plays, the MIDILodica only sends note on messages when the detection is over 200. Another obstacle that I've encountered in the MIDILodica is that I can't send MIDI messages through the USB. The USB is only for writing the program only. So to go around this, I actually made a MIDI interface as shown before, and I've hooked it up to the send and receive serials on the Arduino. So the next videos, I'll demonstrate on how this MIDILodica works. It can work with a VST plugin, it can work with a patcher, and through the patcher it can make MIDI instrument sounds and also sound waves. And I would also demonstrate how it still works as a Melodica. So this is my this is my MIDILodica, and on the screen there's my VST plugin with the Shakuhachi factory selection contact sound library. So what I can do is that I can use my MIDI inputs and create sounds that are like not from an original MIDI instrument set. So in this case, it's a shakuhachi. So I'm gonna give an example. Here you go. There you go. So there are a lot of improvements I'd love to make, but to summarize, some of the improvements that I want to make is to include a mouthpiece so that I can control by mouth pressure, like when I blow into it, it increases pressure and it'll increase the aftertouch. And another thing I might want to implement is a pitch shifter. I can use this joystick to shift the pitch up or down, and maybe even modify the tremolo and vibrato if I go left or right. Some of the improvements I want to do on the MIDILodica is some of the wiring. It needs better cable management because it really is a mess. When I have to plug every single signal pin into the multiplexer, which takes me about 5 minutes. Another thing I would add to the improvements would be I would want to make a new a case for the Arduino so that it can be attached onto the MIDILodica so that I can play it remotely. And speaking of remotely, I would love to include a Wi-Fi sender so that I can communicate through Wi-Fi and through the patcher via UDP. This is it for my Capstone Project / MIDI Melodica or MIDILodica introduction. I would love to thank Dr. Bob and Daniel for helping me throughout this project. Thank you, and I will see you around.